Morning, Malaysia. I've had a slow morning, just taking it easy, and I've got about 90 kilometers today. So let's see what the day has to hold. Oh, that poor guy didn't make it. I've been on this busy road for 18 kilometers already since I left my accommodation. So it's rather been just a commute. In about 2 or 3 kilometers I should turn off and head through the back ways. And can you believe it, that Speed Mart 99 back there, they don't sell water. Guess I'm gonna be having cool drink. I love these breezes that flow down these rivers. It is so refreshing. Let's fix that for them. Dragon Warrior. Well, it was a nice little pit stop before I continue on that main road. Got a bit of a companion this morning. He's coming along with me for a little while. So I'm just getting my water bottle filled up. The other shop didn't have any water, and this guy said he'll fill it up for me. So he makes these tombstones for his pocket money. And he says that he's a pensioner, government pensioner. Okay. And he's very proud of these little memorial stones that he's made. It was just a sweet old man. Nothing special what he was doing, but for him, he loved it. It was special for him. He just wanted to show me what he does on his pension days. Last night I went to bed at just after 12 o'clock. I was doing a lot of planning for the next several days. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a handful to juggle over the next, I think it's about 5 days. Yeah, it's going to start getting intense now. I've got border crossings to sort out, accommodations on the last day here and the first day in Singapore to sort out. I've got to find out how I can get a bike box for my bike for a flight that I also need to figure out to take from Singapore to Bangkok, and also how I'm going to get from wherever I'm going to be in Singapore with a bike in a box to the airport. And as you can see, today is quite a lot of headwinds. I've got 2 more nights in Malaysia. Mother Nature has to balance out what she gives you. You also have to take. Yesterday's lack a bit of tailwind is now been recollected as a headwind. At least the weather's cooler. Starting to make my way to the point of Malaysia, to the last bit of land. That will only happen tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my last full day in Malaysia, and then the next day will be just a border crossing, and then over into Singapore. So now I've got to be extra careful with my phone. This wind can easily just rip it out my hand. It's already fallen twice. The first time I was lucky. The second time I wasn't lucky. The screen cracked. So yeah, it's a little bit of a cuck one. I don't mind the screen being cracked. It still works. The only problem is it's now a permanent reminder of the cuck roads that I had to endure. I'd have liked to have drafted behind that motorbike trailer, but it's got a pole sticking out the back of it. And I don't want that thing to go through my face. Now, just with doing some research on the accommodation in Singapore, the budget level, the bottom of the food chain, they're all hostels, and it seems like that the people that work there, they actually live there. So they work, and then I'm guessing they also have a day job, their main job. It seems like they work there just to pay for their bed. So they're sleeping in the dormitory with you, with the guests, which is a bit ridiculous, Flip it, Ali. I'm not looking forward to that. But it is what it is, it's actually relatively nothing. I'm just used to having my own private quarters. The only issue that I have is just the noise, of them coming and going. 12 people in one room. I was actually looking at the camping options, but it seems like it's not really something that you can do in Singapore. Otherwise, I would have done it. I would have went to Decathlon and bought a tent. Now I am cycling in a easterly direction. On my route, I will be swinging a bit towards the right into a southeasterly direction. So this wind should be a little bit on my side and not a full headwind. Notice how that smoke isn't really that affected by the wind. It's being sheltered by those palm trees, and I'm on the other side of the little river, so I'm getting the full blast of the wind. Mother Nature giveth, and she must taketh. There's the type of tombstones and grave whatever you'd call them, raised graves that old man was making. The old guy was showing me what he was making. I initially thought he was making some type of fibercrete wall with the posts and the pillars. Some like a watermelon. Love to have some watermelon, but unfortunately there's nowhere that a bike whacker can transport that massive thing. Transported a watermelon on a motorbike before, but it was in my backpack, and after 15 kilograms, after 15 kilometers, it started to feel like it weighed 1 ton on my shoulders. This is the back road. That side there is a main road, and then on that side there is the toll road. But they will insist on coming on these small roads. Ah yes, a bit of a tailwind. I'm starting to head in a more southerly direction for the time being. Yeah. I hope this road is going to be better than that last one, because I really don't understand these places here. One day is good going, quiet roads, the next day is chaos. I think all that they do is they just hit shortest distance on Google Maps and then and then go. Well, I have received feedback from one of the bike shops in Singapore. Seems like they're the biggest one, and you would think that they would have a lot of boxes. I don't think that was the case. I think they just had no interest in helping. I'll move on to the next one and see if they can help me. But anyway, once I get there, I'll just pop in at a few of those bicycle shops. I'm sure that they've got an empty box for me. At least not going down this section that's been peace and quiet. It is relatively peace and quiet. And I'm halfway through today. So let's hope that gets a little bit more of these quiet roads. Oh, it's a monitor lizard, big one. He's missing his tail. He's got no tail. Banger. Now that's a proper workhorse. These are all pineapples and random bananas. Well, that heavy wind is basically gone for now. Soil looks so rich here. It's almost like a peat moss, and the ferns are loving it. This area is the first area that I've seen where they actually use trailers on their motorbikes. In Vietnam it's common practice, and Cambodia and parts of Thailand, to have a trailer on a motorbike. But in Malaysia this is the first area where I've seen them use it. Last night I went out hunting for dinner. I couldn't find anything. You know, it's such a busy place, but just couldn't find anything. There was quite a lot of motor workshops around the area where I was staying in. And afterwards I just got frustrated and went back to my accommodation. And just around the corner there was a little restaurant, an Indian place, and I saw they had naan bread, and there was one that was called the special, so I said, give me that, I'll eat it, I'm hungry, it's bread, whatever it is, I'll eat it. And it turned out to be like a cheesy one that had diced pianos inside of it. I was so like, I told the guy, make me another one. I mean, the expression on their faces there was so droopy and that, but I just told him, thumbs up, this stuff is lacquer, give me another one. And his expression went from this droopy face to a more happy face. I'm sure he wasn't on a long I'm sure he was having a long shift and he was a bit tired at the end of the day. But when Westerno came by and said that his food is good and he wants another one, his expression changed. And they're not the happiest, chirpiest people, yeah, but I think a little bit of a smile from the other end does give them also a smile. Well, it is 1 o'clock. I've done 75 kilometers and I think my accommodation is coming up. I'm staying in a town that is off my master route, so now I'm going manual navigating. I think it's about 15 kilometers away from my accommodation. Seems like it is a port town, so it's probably going to be busy. And yeah, let's see what this random navigation is going to do. I'm just gonna completely have a random route, just make it up as I go, see the quiet roads and follow it. Tomorrow I'll be heading to that border city. It is a city, a border city, to Singapore. And what I've heard is that it's one of the most chaotic places to navigate. Yeah, so I'm just going to try and focus on that master route of mine tomorrow, and hopefully that it all works out. So I need to enjoy these last few kilometers. Hopefully tomorrow it's also a little bit like this. And speaking about tomorrow, and I did mention in one of my previous videos that I'll be going to a place where it was one of those model cities that they thought that they would attract a lot of investors and property buyers, and it went south. So we're going to see how a failed model city looks like. That will be closer to the middle of tomorrow, so that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. Apparently it was or it is a man-made island that they built a city on it. So they call it the Forest City, but there's hardly anybody living there, and there is a few hotels, but they are insanely expensive, and they also have very few guests. So it's kind of like a ghost city, a ghost town. Yeah, it's a place I'm interested in seeing. Well, this was a complete random find. Looks like that they're getting ready for something. Never seen one like this before. Someone offered a whole big packet of sweeties. Alright, let's go find something to eat because I'm starting to run on fumes. And also, isn't it the Chinese New Year coming up? I must have a look into that. Chinese New Year starts in the middle of next month. I need to go find some food. All that I had this morning was a couple of buns and that's it. Sadly, I haven't seen one beach to swim at. They're all these muddy shores. There was that one place, but that was basically the beach sand was made out of sharp seashells. Now those yachts don't look like they've been used in years. Oh, I wonder what they look like inside. That was once somebody's pride and joy. Well, as you can see, I've gone shopping. Got myself a pair of scissors and some rope, some box tape and a bicycle lock. Preparing for the next few days of adventures. And yeah, while the prices is still good, because I know in Singapore it will probably be a problem just to find that basic stuff, and it will probably cost 5 times more. I think these crows are waiting for me to die. I still haven't found anything to eat. There are these funny little restaurants. They don't really look like they open. Some kind of fish restaurants. They most likely only open up in the evening, but I wouldn't eat from them anyway. So I'm gonna head over into town and see if I can grab something to eat there. I finally found a place to sit down in the shade and have something to eat. That was so good, I'm gonna have another one. Round 2. When you find good food, you gotta eat till you're full, because you don't know when you're gonna find the next place that's got such decent food. Alright, stomach is like a full. Time for me to go find my accommodation. I'm happy to at least say that at least this city or town or whatever it is actually has closed their open sewers, so I'm able to just jump across the roads. Well, this place's name was that it's a hotel that's close to McDonald's, so that's their major selling point. So let's hope that it's not too bad. The usual setting. Alright, here's my room. Aircon, white sheets, feels lekker. Bike is up, and yeah, it's got some things to drink, and yeah, the room itself is minute, but check this out. Hey, literally the biggest bathroom ever that I've ever seen in the whole of of every place I go. What's the point? You have this tiny room and the biggest bathroom known to mankind. It makes no sense. Anyway, yeah, at least it's got white sheets, and apparently it's quiet because it's on the far side. It literally is the furthest side. So I asked them, I want the furthest room away from the road.